GGB, co-host Poppers. So today we're going to be looking at the Independents and the MAC playing. The Independents will be the Chiefs and the MAC will be the Ravens. Anyways, let's get straight into looking at the players. Taysom Hill, a quarterback from BYU. We have Deshaun Kaiser from Notre Dame. And Josh Woodrum from Liberty. At running back, we have Jamali Williams from BYU, Theo Riddick from Notre Dame, and Josh Adams from Notre Dame. At fullback, we have Algernon Brown from BYU. Wide receiver with Golden Tate from Notre Dame, Will Fuller from Notre Dame, Tajae Sharp from UMass, T.J. Jones from Notre Dame, and Miles Boykin from Notre Dame. At tight end, we have Kyle Rudolph from Notre Dame, Tyler Eifert from Notre Dame, and Ben Koyak from Notre Dame. At left tackle, we have Ronnie Staley from Notre Dame and Alejandro Villanueva from Army. At left guard, we have Quentin Nelson from Notre Dame and Vladimir Ducati from UMass. At center, we have Nick Martin from Notre Dame and Alex Bars from Notre Dame. At right guard, we have Zach Martin from Notre Dame, Elijah Wilkinson from UMass. At right tackle, we have Mike McGlinchey from Notre Dame and Sam Young from Notre Dame. Left end, we have Stephon Tuitt from Notre Dame and Bronson Kaufusi from BYU. At right end, we have Ziggy Ansah from BYU and Romeo Okwara from Notre Dame. At defensive tackle, we have Jerry Tillery from Notre Dame, Sheldon Day from Notre Dame, and Thomas Sai Lyle from BYU. At left outside linebacker, we have Kyle Van Noy from BYU, Harvey Langi from BYU, Sion Taki from BYU, and James Onwualu from Notre Dame. At middle linebacker, we have Fred Warner from BYU, Jalen Smith from Notre Dame, and Drew Tranquil from Notre Dame as well. Right aside linebacker, we have Noah in corner. We have Michael Davis from BYU, Kavari Russell from Notre Dame, David House from New Mexico State, and Robertson Daniel from BYU. At free safety, we have Matthias Fairley from Notre Dame and Julian Love from Notre Dame. Strong safety is Harrison Smith from Notre Dame and Daniel Sorensen from BYU. At kicker, we have Justin Yoon from Notre Dame. And at punter, we have Tyler Newsome from Notre Dame as well. Anyways, let's move on to the MAC Ravens. Let's look at their roster. This is going to be a good game. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. So let's get straight to it. So MAC Ravens, have a little look at their best players from their roster. They're good. Quarterback is Ben Roethlisberger from Miami, Ohio, Tyree Jackson from Buffalo, and Cooper Rush from Central Michigan. At running back, we have Kareem Hunt from Toledo, Brandon Oliver from Buffalo, and Thomas Rawls from Central Michigan. At fullback, we have Roosevelt Nix from Kent State. At wide receiver, we have Antonio Brown from Central Michigan, Julian Edelman from Kent State, Kenny Golladay from Northern Illinois, Corey Davis from Western Michigan, and Willie Snead from Ball State. At tight end, we have Tyler Conklin from Central Michigan, Michael Roberts from Toledo, and Mason Schreck from Buffalo. Left tackle, we have Joe Staley from Central Michigan, Eric Fisher from Central Michigan as well, and Chukwuma Okorofor from Western Michigan. At left guard, we have Max Sharping from Northern Illinois and Andrew Wiley from Eastern Michigan. At center, we have Josh Klein from Kent State and John Greco from Toledo. At right guard, we have Brandon Brooks from Miami, Ohio, and Brian Winters from Kent State. Right tackle, we have Taylor Moton from Western Michigan. At left end, we have Max Crosby from Eastern Michigan, Trayvon Hester from Toledo, and Stephen Means from Buffalo. At right end, we have Bryson Albright from Miami, Ohio. At defensive tackle, we have Joe Ostman from Central Michigan. We have Richard Ash from Central Michigan, and John Cunningham from Kent State. The left side linebacker, we have Khalil Mack from Buffalo, and Jatavis Brown from Akron. At middle linebacker, we have Ulysses Gilbert III from Akron, Robert Spillane from Western Michigan, and Justin Curie from Western Michigan. Right outside linebacker, we have Terrell Basham from Ohio and Justin March from Akron. Corner, we have Sean Murphy-Bunting from Central Michigan, Rashawn Melvin from Northern Illinois, T.J. Carey from Ohio, and Darius Phillips from Western Michigan. Free safety with Jimmy Ward from Northern Illinois and Kazon Frazier from Central Michigan. Strong safety with Jaleel Aday from Central Michigan and Mike Mitchell from Ohio. At kicker, we have Jamison Vest from Toledo. And at punter, we have Brett Kern from Toledo as well. One of the best punters in the entire league. Anyways, if you're wondering why I selected teams, if you haven't watched any of the other episodes, if you watch some of the other episodes, you'll know that I picked them off of where the coaches went to college. So if you didn't know, Andy Reid went to BYU. And that's where he went to school there. And the Ravens, if you didn't know, John Harbaugh went to Miami, Ohio. There's 2 coaches who went to Miami, Ohio in the NFL right now, and they're Sean McVay and John Harbaugh. So we're going to be playing at 6:30, some random weather, and as always, 15-minute quarters, so we'll do a quarter an episode. Anyways, Aaron Donald, we're going to get to see him in the divisional round with the ACC. We're going to see who they end up playing, although I'd bet money it's the Big 12 because I don't see the Sun Belt beating FCS/Division 2/Division 3. So we will probably be seeing the ACC versus Big 12, which means we'll be getting the amazing matchup of Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. I hope everyone's hype to see this matchup because I'm hyped. Honestly, I'm going to pick the MAC Ravens here. And here is why. I guess the cameraman decided that it's a great shot of the ground. Even though the Chiefs have home field advantage here, the MAC just has a very talented offense. And it should be more talented than the independent Chiefs. So let's see. Justin Yoon's going to kick it off. And by the way, if you guys were... Never mind, we'll see this return. Gets it up to the 25-yard line, and we're going to get to see Big Ben Roethlisberger on offense. But some teams don't have all the players that they need to have. For instance, if you look in the normal Madden roster, the independents do not have a kicker. So that's why we'll see Justin Yoon today, even though he is still in college. He's technically not in the NFL. I have to pick someone, and the way I do it, if you guys think it's unfair, it's just not unfair. They have a kicker, right? Justin Yoon. But what I do is I pick the worst kicker in the NFL. So let's see what Big Ben Roethlisberger does here. He takes the snap. He looks like, oh my... They're running an option play with Big Ben Roethlisberger, and it worked. The Lamar Jackson offense apparently works the same with Big Ben Roethlisberger. But what I'm saying is, Justin Yoon is the worst kicker in the NFL, unless the lowest rated kicker in the NFL is Justin Yoon, and that's why I picked him to be that. Jamison Vest also is a made-up... Actually, he's not made up. All these people are real-life people that I put into the game. But Jamison Vest, if you didn't notice, has Sam Pickens' face, the kicker from Penn State. And he's just he's one of the lowest rated kickers in the entire NFL. And that's why I picked those 2 guys to be the kickers for MAC and Independence. And also you'll see some of that more for the quarterbacks and with the Sun Belt. Let's see at the MAC Ravens. On the offensive line, we have Joe Staley, Brian Winters, Josh Klein, Brandon Brooks, and Taylor Moton. Receiving core of Antonio Brown, Brandon Oliver, Kareem Hunt, Tyler Conklin, and Julian Edelman. Although I bet we won't see Brandon Oliver on the screen much here today, considering Kareem. That's why I think I'm picking the MAC, is because Big Ben Roethlisberger is a really good quarterback. You have Kareem Hunt, who's a very good running back, and you have three very good receivers in Galladay. Edelman. So he scans the field, he throws it directly to Harrison Smith. So we'll be getting to see Taysom Hill on offense here. He hits the fadeaway. We'll get a little bit of basketball and football here today. But see, this is going to be the weak part of the MAC team, if I'm correct. I think I'm going to be. But yeah, they have one pretty good player. I mean, really, really good player, though, and this Khalil Mack. But other than that, they don't have a good offense other than that. Although they do have to look forward to Max Crosby hopefully growing in the future with the Las Vegas Raiders, and hopefully he'll get some improved ratings. But let's see, Taysom Hill on offense for the first time. He played amazing in that play-in game against the American Conference. But again, that game went into overtime. We all saw how great the American Conference was a few days ago. About 5 days ago. A week ago, actually. Let's see, Taysom Hill hands it off to Mr. Theo Riddick. And if you A lot of teams go with their number one running back here. A lot of teams. Like, for instance, you're going to see not a lot of Brandon Oliver. You'll see mostly Kareem Hunt. But what I've noticed with watching the Independents play in that playing game is they kind of mix in Jamal Williams and Theo Riddick about equally. They're both one of the... So that looks like offsides to me. Looks like they'll get a free three. Oh, that's I guess it's a false start. So, anyways, still yet to see Taysom Hill throw, which is what I'm looking forward to. And watching him run. He's explosive when he's running. So, I hope you guys look forward to that. He's amazing when he's running up. And he's going to have explosive players such as Will Fuller and Kyle Rudolph's a great tight end. So, let's see what happens here. Looks like it's a pass. Not going to lie. Okay, so yeah, he drops back to pass. He throws it short to what looks like Kyle Rudolph, I think. I think it's Rudolph. And if they want to win this game, they got to get it to Rudolph, because Rudolph is one of their big playmakers. Him and Fuller. Fuller is amazing for him. So, other than that, they're not really that talented on offense. I wouldn't say... Honestly, I think Fuller's in real life a better receiver than Golden Tate. But let's see. It looks like he is... The MAC brings a blitz, and he just has forever to throw. He locates. What a throw and what a catch by Kyle Rudolph. That was pretty good coverage by 29. Look at that catch. Amazing. I think it was one-handed, yeah. This. Boom. One-handed catch. What a catch. 29, that's not bad coverage. What's your name? Rashawn Melvin? That wasn't... Oh, he just had magic, because that didn't even hit his hand. He just was like... sucked up to his hand. Obviously, he is magical. So let's see what the MAC does here. Looks like they're going to play for the run, which is smart. Okay, anyways, Taysom Hill goes play action. He rolls out of the pocket, and he slides for a 3-yard gain, which isn't a bad plan. You got it. If you're MAC, you have to keep an eye on Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill is too much of an explosive factor. Too much of an amazing player on the ground game not to keep a spy on him. We see it in real life as well as this game. So let's see what the Chiefs do here. You go run right up the middle. Touchdown. Jamal Williams or Theo Riddick? Let's see. I think it's Jamal Williams. There we go. And Independent Chiefs are in the end zone. And we're going to get to see a little dance by Jamal. Do a little jig. So let's see Justin Yoon attempt his first extra point of his career in these playoffs. He lines up. They snap it to Deshaun Kaiser. He holds it up through the uprights. Justin Yoon. See, he's going to be going immediately to kickoff duty, I think. I think he's the kicker. Kickoff man. Kickoff specialist. Let's see if the MAC Ravens can do a little bit better than that drive, because that was bad. They gained 3 yards and then threw an interception. You better get it together, Big Ben Roethlisberger. If you're the MAC, you have a win now window. The Independents have a little bit of wiggle room. Taysom Hill is probably going to be the quarterback for the Saints a few years from now, and he could be a pretty good quarterback, not going to lie. And he just ends up getting his overall rating boosted up. Will Fuller still has room to grow and can become an amazing playmaker. Running back, they're kind of stuck where they are. Jamal Williams, he's going to get replaced by Aaron Jones at some point. It's going to become more of an Aaron Jones-oriented run game than involving Jamal Williams. So I just don't know how that's going to work. But all MAC is going to be losing Antonio Brown in this game soon. Big Ben's going to go away at some point. Julian Edelman's getting up there in age. I mean, Kenny Galladay's a good receiver, but that receiving core is really going downhill, especially since last year they had Antonio Gates on their team, and he was a very solid tight end for him. Now it's going to Conklin, so you run it up the middle seat. And if you don't start winning soon with Big Ben Roethlisberger, you're going to end up not having much of a team. Because the next quarterback up you have is Tyree Jackson. And I don't even know if he's going to be in the game next year. He was an XFL quarterback this year. They don't have any XFL quarterbacks in it except for Tyree Jackson, I don't think. Matt McGloin's not in it this year. Now there's PJ Walker or Jordan Ta'amu. Okay, nice run. It's a good run by Kareem Hunt. But it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 for Big Ben Roethlisberger. I'd be looking for some Antonio Brown on a slant, probably. I'd trust Antonio Brown to catch it. Maybe some Kenny Galladay, Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman's good in short distance situations. Let's see what they do here. Big Ben Roethlisberger drops back to pass, and he almost throws another interception, try to force it into Kareem Hunt. Didn't work. So, looks like we're going to be seeing Brett Kern punt for the first time today. And Brett Kern is arguably one of the best punters in the NFL, so he should probably pin Taysom in the team deep. I'm going to tell that Khalil Mack's getting up there in age. And while you do have Max Crosby to hope for, hopefully he'll get better for him. And the Las Vegas Raiders will be good next year, and Max Crosby will be a big part of that. He was a big part of their success this year. Actually, Brett Kern. Out the back of the end zone. Long and punt. So let's see Taysom Hill on the field again. He's 2 for 2, I think, so far. He led him on the touchdown drive. It's not much really you can ask. Sean Murphy-Bunting. He's another young star that could turn out to be very good for him. But other than that, Max Crosby and Sean Murphy-Bunting could grow and be stars for years to come on that team. Problem is, eventually Josh Woodrum's going to retire for this team. They're not going to have a 3rd quarterback. It's going to be weird. I'm not seeing what Josh Woodrum is. So they go play action here. He's forever to throw it, and he runs straight up the middle, slides, and I think it's... Oh, they call it a first down. I think it was just short, but they call it a first down. But as you can see, this Ravens defense is very susceptible, especially since they can't get to the quarterback very well. Especially since, honestly, they have a very talented offensive line. Strangely enough, Mike McGlinchey, Joe, I don't remember the left guard's name, but anyways, they bring in Algernon Brown on the field. Looks like a run. They actually play action here. He scans the field, and he misses. I wouldn't say it was wide open, but you can hit that pass. I love Taysom. He's not really known for his throwing. He's really known for his running abilities. He's just amazing at that. This looks like a run. I think they're setting it up for a run because they didn't get enough. Nope. He drops right back to pass. They decided not to go with the run here. Oh, what a throw. But that was dropped. Oof. That's got to hurt if you're Taysom, because that was a nice throw. Who dropped that? Might have been Fuller, I think. So let's see if the MAC is going to get after Taysom here. Drops back to pass. He runs, but he's surrounded. He slides, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 4. Man, I don't know if anyone else is looking at it, but Andy Reid's looking skinny in Madden 20. He nowhere near looks like himself. So let's see. We're going to be getting to see the MAC Ravens back on. Justin Newsome, who is actually a real-life punter, if you didn't know. He's actually in the game. I had to make him up last year, but he's in the game this year. So let's see if they can get a return here. No one blocks for... Oh, my gosh. You missed on 2 blocks, 33. I'd be so upset if I was Antonio Brown. 35. I'm sorry, Mike Mitchell. So let's see. We're going to actually get to see the MAC Ravens offense take the field again. Actually, we'll be seeing it for a 3rd time. As you can see, they're playing an Arrowhead. It's because the Chiefies are rated higher than the MAC Ravens. They're the 7 seed. We're looking at the 10 seed MAC Ravens, if you were wondering. So, if the MAC Ravens win, it would be an upset. But we already saw an upset already in the first game. The Mountain West blew out the American. If they go with a run, and he's just stuffed in the backfield. Kareem Hunt is really going nowhere on the ground. That was another play by Kyle Van Noy. And Van Noy, he got a big contract this year with the Dolphins, and he could actually be a star with that team. I think he's a very good player. And the Dolphins are now a surprising team that could go win. Although we were saying it last year too about the Browns. They're like, oh, the Browns. But the Dolphins feels different because we're not relying on a young quarterback. We're relying on Fitzpatrick. And Fitzpatrick is an older quarterback. They go deep. But it's intercepted again. Second interception by Harrison Smith, who is balling out today. Anyways, the Dolphins just feel different. Like, they feel like they could be a team that could play very well next year. Especially they're going to be drafting Tua probably this year. And if Fitzpatrick starts to play downwards, you can put in Tua. And honestly, Fitzpatrick plays well when you don't expect him to. Dang it. The Dolphins have high hopes this year. And so they gotta hope that Fitzpatrick wins some games. I mean, he's got to be a good mentor to Tua, though. Tua's going to be a young quarterback. So Taysom gets to lead his offense on the other side of the 50 once again. Scoring drive was on the other side of the 50. So let's see if he's going to get another touchdown on this drive. He just needs 10 yards to a field goal. So he hands it off here, and he's just stopped. They're just, really stuffed by Khalil Mack. And Khalil Mack is really a game changer for them defensively. He has to be stopped. He's got to be the one player you're focusing on if you're the independent Chiefs. He's just really a destroyer. He just destroys you in the ground game, in the passing game. He's going to rush you. It's going to be really difficult. It's going to be really interesting to see if Khalil Mack steps it up and leads his team to a W here. So let's see. Taysom Hill drops back to pass. He's forever to throw. He throws to a pretty wide open Fuller, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and short. So let's see what they do here. A run is very much a possibility, but I feel like he haven't had much success on the ground. Taysom running wouldn't be a bad play. Do it like a read option, but they bring Algernon Brown onto the field, their fullback, and it's looking like a run here. So let's see. Looks like, I think play action is, yeah. So he loads up, he fires, incomplete. To, dang, I don't know who you are. Ben Koyak. Yeah, so I can tell you that normally when you throw it up Ben Koyak, it's not going to be complete. So this brings up a 4th down. It's going to be a pretty long and field goal. So let's see if Justin Yoon can make this. See, it's about 57-yarder, I think. 50-yarder. It's in the 50s. So yeah, wow, that was short. So actually, the Ravens are going to have pretty good field position here at their own 39-yard line. So let's see what if Big Ben Roethlisberger is going to throw another interception, because he's had an awful game so far. He's 0 for 3 and he's thrown 2 interceptions. That is not ideal. That sounds like Nathan Peterman stats right there. That's bad. But it's not like the MAC is like, we'll just bench him and put in someone else. No, it doesn't work that way. Like, maybe if the Big Ten could do that, the ACC, Pac-12, SEC, but there's just such a huge drop-off from Big Ben to Tyree Jackson. So let's see. Throws the ball. Incomplete. I mean, that's not helpful for the receiver. Okay, defensive line, we have Stephon Tuitt, Jerry Tillery, Sheldon Day, and Ziggy Ansah. Linebacker, we get Kyle Van Noy, Fred Warner, and Sion Takitaki. And then secondary, we get Michael Davis, Harrison Smith, Julian Love, and Kavari Russell. So that's our Independence defense right there. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they play here today. They'll probably play well. Their defense is probably one of the stronger parts of this team. especially Harrison Smith, who's an amazing safety. So let's see, Big Ben Roethlisberger. He's going to drop back to pass. He scans the field. He throws, and that's a bad pass. I mean, I'll give him a break on the other one. That was dropped by Edelman. First down pass. But second down, that's an open slant. I think AB. AB will catch that. He'll pick up at least the first down. You got to throw better than this Big Ben Roethlisberger. He's still having some lingering elbow issues. What's happening here? So, anyways, 3rd and 10. Let's see if he can pick up this first down. He drops back to pass. They bring a blitz, but it looks like the offensive line is holding up. He really has forever, but he just kind of just waits until Kyle Van Noy sacks him. Someone had to be open. He was back there forever. And at the very least, run. I mean, pick up an amount of yardage, not lose it. Maybe they ran 4 verts, but I think Conklin's open. Run the short route. Dang. Well, go somewhere. I'd be like, oh, that's Kareem Hunt's fault. Like, Kareem Hunt didn't move. Hunt, you gotta move. That guy's on you. They go 4 verts. And you have everyone deep. Problem is it's covered deep. But Kareem Hunt's one-on-one with a linebacker. You can probably beat that if Kareem Hunt moves, but he just kind of sits there the entire time. And he kind of waits for Big Ben to be stacked. And it shows they're going to be punting here. Even though it's showing that they're not going to punt. I don't know what in the world. That's a problem with Madden 20 animations for some reason. Anyways, Brett Kern punts it away. And out the back of the end zone again. So we'll be seeing this Independence offense. So let's look at this. Taysom Hill actually has been playing pretty well. He hasn't turned the ball over at all, which is a very important part of this. I remember that. It was just, yeah, my battery. If you leave it dormant for long enough, it just kind of sits there. So let's see what. So sometimes when this happens, the game kind of freezes. So you just gotta skip a play. I know you're gonna miss out on a play here, but. So, anyways, when we get to actual see, we missed the play there, but we'll be getting to actually see the Chiefs offense for the first time on this drive. Okay. So this looks like a run with Algernon Brown, but instead they go quick pass to Fuller, and he just quickly gets tackled by Khalil Mack. But fortunately for Taysom, he just kind of gets a yard. I don't know if that's fortunate or if that's just really kind of just happened. You get a good look on Richard Ashe and Joe Osman. Joe Osman, funny story. He's a defensive end, and I need a defensive tackle. And that's really not that funny of a story, honestly. So they bring a blitz, and he just kind of gets it out. Smart read to, dang, who's that? Tell me. Tajae Sharpe. Tajae Sharpe's going to be not that big of a factor, honestly, today. We're going to be seeing a lot of probably Kyle Rudolph and Will Fuller and Golden Tate. It's just that Tajae Sharpe is not that big of a deal for this team. Anyways, see what Taysom Hill can do. He drops back to pass. Throws it over the middle. Easy first down to Kyle Rudolph. And what I find weird in this game is they really don't employ the 2 tight end situation much, really. You have... They kind of just go with that 1 tight end. And sometimes they'll involve a 3rd-string tight end, but I haven't really seen Tyler Eifert. I don't think he's going to get involved that much. We didn't see Charles Clay that much in the American game. So anyways, it looks like Taysom's going to throw on this play. Looks like a blitz might be coming from the OC. Yep, they do. They bring a blitz and almost intercept it. So, let's look at this. huddle. It's a beautiful huddle. Very well executed. So, looks like I could be bringing the Bullets here. Or, no, honestly, I think they're just going to go with a 4-man rush, yeah. Actually, no, they bring a Blitz off the edge with 20, but, whoa, Taysom has all that room to run. That's a mistake. Juke him out. Honest. Just got destroyed there. Exposed by Taysom. And that's, like, one of the big things about Taysom is he's like Lamar Jackson, honestly, though. He's that much of an athlete. He just makes... He plays running back for the Saints. He'll play receiver, tight end. He's just that much of a wild card. He's a joker, some people would say. We can put him at quarterback, receiver, running back. It's just everywhere. If we told him to play cornerback, he probably would. So, 4 minutes left game time. So let's see if Taysom can punch it in the end zone. So he hands it off to Jamal Williams. So this offensive line for the Chiefs is very good. Real life, though, this might be the AFC Championship game in the actual NFL. Ravens, Chiefs at Kansas City. It's a very likely possibility with Lamar Jackson and Mahomes. Anyways, hands it off to Jamal Williams again, who really hasn't gotten going on the ground except for that touchdown run. Let's see if MAC can keep them out of the end zone, or if the Independents are going to punch their way in here. So, let's see. Taysom Hill is in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. MAC bring a blitz, but that leaves a wide open Golden Tate for the touchdown. And that puts the Chiefs up 14-0. So if the MAC wants to come back here, which is 14 points easy. But you can't lose. You can't start getting behind by more than 21, I'd say. 21 is where I'd start drawing the ring. 24-0 was the Chiefs' comeback, by the way, against the Texans, okay? So it was pretty amazing that they came back with that much. The largest ever comeback, I think, was a 30-point deficit. So while it is always possible to come back by that stuff, it's really difficult to do so. Patriots were down by 25 points, and that was considered an amazing comeback. But so more than 21, it's just you're kind of slipping out of reach there. So, let's see. So he makes the extra point, makes it a 14-0 ball game. So if you're Big Ben, you gotta get something going on this court. You gotta have something happen. I swear, I don't even know if he's completed a pass yet today. And skinny Andy Reid's congratulating his players, and he should. Andy Reid's one of the best head coaches in the NFL. And this year, he was the best head coach in the NFL. He took his team all the way to the Super Bowl and won it. So the way I do the rankings for the coaches, if you didn't know, is you have how well they did this year. So technically, Andy Reid this year was the best head coach. So no matter if it was Bill Belichick, who went to the same conference as him, or whatever, he'd get the head coaching job. So anyways, they kick it off. Let's see this return. So he gets it all the way about the 29. So anyways, that's what it's going to go. So that's the way it works. Good return by Roosevelt next. But that's the way it works for me. And so, for instance, Kyle Shanahan was the second best head coach in the NFL, even though I think there are better head coaches than Kyle Shanahan. It's not that that's a statement about Kyle Shanahan. It's more like Sean Payton and Bill Belichick are just amazing head coaches. And so is Harbaugh. If I'm going to be honest, I think Harbaugh is a better head coach than Shanahan, but that's just me. So anyways, looks like it's going to be a run here, which is a mistake. They're bringing 5 guys on the rushing them. Yeah, mistake. Like I said, mistake. Got audible out of that. Audible out. Kyle Van Noy, second tackle for loss, 3 tackles altogether. He's having a pretty great game. And he's been a really good player. But it's just Kareem Hunt's not getting going on the ground, and Big Ben's not getting going through the air. You have to get going in the air and on the ground if you want to win this game. So anyways, Big Ben's in the shotgun. Let's see what he can do on 2nd and 11. He hands it off again, and they lose yardage, making him... Kareem Hunt has had 6 rushes for 5 yards. The run game has not worked. But again, the pass game hasn't worked either. So, really, nothing has worked for them. I don't even know what the yards they're at right now. I bet it's 5 yards. No, I bet it's 5 yards. 5 yards of total offense. No, 11 yards of total offense. I take that back because the Big Ben run. He had a run. But other than that... Wait, never mind. Has he been sacked? Yeah, he's been sacked, so that takes that away. So I'd bet 5 yards of total offense rate at this point. Anyways, 3rd and 12. Let's see if Big Ben can actually throw an accurate pass. So they bring the blitz. Oh, what a throw. What a nice route run by Kareem Hunt. And that might spark something for him. That's what they needed there. They would have punted again. That's starting to slip away. But that throw, it's right over Julian Love, I think. So, nope, that was the linebacker. It's just right over that guy's head. And boom, all the way down to about midfield. So let's see if Big Ben can do something like that again. The run game's not working. Stop trying to run. Looks like a 5-man rush right here. So they drop out one guy. They go short to what looks like Tyler Conklin. And Conklin, I don't know. He's not that great, but he's not terrible, you know. They gotta grow. Conklin has got to grow if they want this team to be good, because tight ends is a very important part of the passing game. Looks like another 5-man rush, but they might drop someone out here. So they run it, and this time there's actually a hole, but he still only picks up about 6 yards. And that's Brandon Oliver. Brandon Oliver, the man, the myth, the legend, the backup running back. So, that was interesting. It's probably one of his few touches he's going to get this game. We're going to get to see probably one more play here if he doesn't throw. So he does throw, dumps it off short, but Conklin's tackled very quickly. That's probably going to be the last play. Anyways, it's a long time. Let's see. They do here. Get to see a replay of Conklin getting tackled almost immediately. Good defensive play by... Dang, what's his name? What's 51's name? Show it to me. They refuse to show it to me. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Makes me feel like I'm not wasting my time out here. Makes me feel good about myself. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this entire video. Hopefully you did watch the entire video. It makes me feel good. It's been a pleasure having you watch my stuff. Anyways, thank you guys. This is GGB and co-host Pupper saying adios, amigos.